comments talking about I've been. He felt like somebody from CNN should have told him personally, like they have any respect for him, because clearly they don't. They clearly don't have any respect for him. Um, then he tried to allude, which in reading into it, where he said there must be bigger things at play here, and I'm like, bigger things at play? What would the bigger things at play be, right? So I'm like, Is he now trying to call CNN a racist? Is he trying to call CNN bigoted because he's a gay black man in America? That bullshit he tried to pull with Vivek Ramaswamy when he went on Queen on him, which I would argue and say that's probably one of the reasons why his ass got canned, right? Apparently he get catty with the women that work at CNN. He get catty with the guests. You know what I mean? He say some out of pocket shit when it come to women. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, he's supposed to be this social justice commentary person, whatever. He's not a journalist. I'm sorry, guys. He's not a journalist. He's just a nigga that read the news. That's it. I could do his job. I could do his fucking job. Give me the teleprompter. Tell me what to say, and I'll read the shit to you. God damn it. You know what I mean? Clearly I got morals. It wouldn't be for CNN. But remember the shit he said about Nikki Haley? Remember that shit he said about Nikki Haley? What'd he say? Nikki Haley, she was making her run for, so she's gonna make her run for president, right? What'd he say? She's in her 40s. She's out of her prime. And the one lady took him to task. Like, what the fuck that supposed to mean? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? She out of her prime. Right? Like I said, what's up, Kay? Manuel Presley, we got Steph Colonel in the building. Who else we got in here? Sound off in the chat. Let me know who up in this piece. Tarsha Kayleen. What's up, Protocol? What's up, Sauce? What's up, Natalie? What is the deal? Emmanuel says, Cannon, you don't have queen energy. You can't be on CNN. Bro, yeah, I know, right? Because first they got rid of what? Chris Cuomo. They got rid of Brian Stelter. Don Lemon. But I don't know how they didn't get rid of this nigga a long time ago. He ain't been no draw on CNN. What's up, K-Stacks in the building? She said, what's up, fam? Yeah, I mean, like, he ain't been no earner, no top earner on CNN. They just kept his ass there as a diversity hire. What's up, Jimmy? We got Jimmy Dawson in the building. That's it. And I think after the shit that he pulled with Vivek, live on air, where he took his microphone out of his ear and he got all unprofessional and being a dickhead, I think that's probably the last straw. They got his ass out of the paint. You know what I mean? Poppy Harlow, she was the more professional one in that situation. She tried to steer the conversation away from the bullshit he was trying to pull with forcing Vivek Ramaswamy into a corner with the Fox News information. Gotcha soundbite he was trying to get from him. You know what I mean? Funny part is that where the fuck I think Don Lemon gonna end up at, right? Because he can't. He a queen. He can't not be in the limelight. He got to be seen and heard. Think he gonna end up on like? You think he gonna end up on like the Young Turks? You know what I mean? Where do you think he gonna end up at? MSNBC? You think they'll pick him up? You think he'll end up at MSNBC? Even less credible news outlet than CNN. Where do you think he gonna end up? I don't think he got the chops to do a podcast. What's up, Eric Santos? Says rip the Don Lemon. What'd you say? Same thing here, Jimmy. All day yesterday, all I heard was the Patriot J song, F Don Lemon. That shit is funny. We got J Pylon in the building. He said, whatever race you are to the Indian man. Right. Yo, he went so far. He was so out of pocket with that. He said, whatever race you are to the Indian man, and didn't want to hear from his handlers in his earpiece. They said, oh, you gotta go, Don. Yeah, remember that shit? He's like, whatever race you are, not until you're black in America, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Eric Santos says, hello, Cannon. How are you, sir? How are you doing? What's going on? Yo, so I don't think he got the chops to do a podcast. I don't think he got the audience to do a podcast, right? Because, like, if you really think about it, like, CNN is mostly, like, background noise in, like, an airport or, like, a gym. You know what I mean? Or maybe a waiting area in like a hospital, a doctor's office, right? You know, I don't think he has the audience where he can start a whole podcast and succeed. I don't think so. You know, so I think that he's going to start trying to go out here to these outlets like, I don't know. He probably going to try to go to like MSNBC or something like that. And that's if they'll have him. You know what I mean? Yes, yeah, Steph. He don't got that podcast swag, bro. And he got that podcast swag. Anyway. Tough break, nigga, is always FUBU. Man, and then also the same day, Tucker Carlson. First, people saying he got fired. Now he's saying it was a mutual breakup or whatever between Tucker Carlson and Fox News, which I still don't understand it because Tucker Carlson was like their top. He was the top-rated news anchor, period, across all cable news. I mean, it's like, damn. So why Fox News let him go? I know they came on the heels of the whole $787 million settlement that happened between Fox and Dominion for the whole election shit. But did Tucker have a lot to do with that shit? Did he have a lot to do with that? Or was it the whole January, Juneteenth thing? Was it the whole Juneteenth thing? Right, because you got Ray Epps, who y'all know that I done gone hard on Ray Epps on plenty of episodes. I may do a rebroadcast of one that I did as a Rumble exclusive, like a month or so ago. Where we said who was the real shit stirrer on Juneteenth, right? But anyway, it looks like Ray Epps is saddling up to do a defamation suit, and I guess Fox may not wanted any parts of that. So maybe they parted ways with Tucker. Maybe Tucker's contract was up. We don't know. Maybe Tucker's contract was up, and he just couldn't figure it out. See, the thing about it is they keep saying it was a mutual breakup, but at the same time, if you look at his Friday night show, he made it seem like he was he'd be back on Monday, right? Because he had the pizza dude, the pizza delivery guy who stopped the guy that was running from the police. He tripped the nigga when he bailed out the car and tried to make a run for it. So he had him on at the end of his show, and he said he'd see you Monday, but we ain't see him Monday. We get the news that he gone and that Friday was his last episode. So I want to know what happened with that. Like, was it a blow up? You know what I mean? Was it did he have a blow up with somebody? Was his contract up? Or was he not earning enough anymore? Because I know like a lot of advertisers have backed away from his time slot because of the whole Juneteenth shit and the voting shit. So I don't know. It's real interesting. However, Tucker Carlson has the swag for a podcast. Steph say, firing Tucker was above Fox's pay grade. Ooh, okay. Don't eliminate News Real Housewife of Potomac. Yeah, you wildin'. The protocol said he was bucking on that line that he wanted him to toe. Okay. Exactly, Eric. That's a good question. I was going to bring that up too, right? What's the distraction? That's a good question. I'm going to get to something too in a second, right? But yeah, I mean, where Tucker Carlson could land? Tucker Carlson could land anywhere, right? We know he got cake. Like, I know that he, at one point, he was the co-founder of the Daily Caller, and I think he sold his stake in the Daily Caller or whatever. He could start another whole situation all by himself. You know what I mean? He really don't need to be on nobody's payroll. If he don't want to be, he could go the route of Joe Rogan. And Tucker Carlson would probably be very successful at his own podcast, long-form interviews and shit like that. He could start his own Blaze Media like Glenn Beck. You know what I mean? He could do his own Daily Wire shit. He could do his own Daily Caller shit. He got that drawing, he got that swag, he got that audience, and that fan base to do that. Right? So anyway. But like Eric Santos said, yo, this all could be a distraction from some shit, right? When you say Fox News going to turn Fed Publican and have such characters start appearing, you could very be right. I know people got this theory that Tuck might. I think it was Hotep Goldstein that said that Tucker Carlson might end up on CNN. That'd be interesting. Some people had this theory that Elon Musk was going to buy CNN and then bring Tucker with him. And it was also a good theory. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Steph is right. Tucker could pull Rogan numbers overnight. Could you imagine, like Wednesday, tomorrow, all of a sudden we see like I don't know if they own the name. I don't know if Fox owns Tucker Carlson tonight, the name or whatever. But he did his own version of Tucker Carlson tonight, just on a YouTube. It's on YouTube or Rumble. Start getting that bread. You know what I mean? What's up, Dane? He says Tucker on his own podcast saying whatever he wanted with no control would be dope. That's true. That's true. That's true. I don't know if Tucker got a website or not. I don't know. That's a good question. I'm sure he will now. Tucker should just go do a podcast. Lemonade doesn't have the audience. He doesn't. You know what I mean? But we'll see how it all plays out. Don Lemon might end up back with Charlie Indigo Alpha. Who knows? He might go back into the Operation Mockingbird pool and reemerge somewhere else. You know, I'm pretty sure like Tucker's probably getting like courted by like Newsmax or One American News. I don't know if they could pay him that type of money he was making with Fox. You know what I mean? I'm sure Blaze and other outlets are reaching out to Tucker Carlson as we speak. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure of that. So anyway, so old Joe Nicholslick himself, Mr. Let's Go Brandon, has announced his bid for re-election as your 46th president of the United States of America. Holy shit. Talk about tone deaf, right? Talk about tone deaf. This motherfucker think that he really out here saving lives and saving America. Bruh. Holy shit. Either that or he just trying to put that nail in the coffin. He may just trying to put that last nail in the coffin. Right? Because America on his last leg, yo. America's on his last leg, and we know that they using, Joe Nicholslick Weekend at Bernie style to get whatever they need to get through. You know what I mean? A lot of our civil liberties and our constitution's on the fucking ropes right now. If they can get him reelected again or something like that, it'll be the end. Right? It's gonna take somebody like a Donnie T to come in there and fucking wreck shop. Hate him or love him, or Ron DeSantis to come in there and wreck shop. Alleged is that they're not having any debates. It's alleged that the Democratic Party is not doing any debates, which is very interesting. Very interesting. Who knows? Protocol said, nigga, who think he doing good? K said he a shell. Straight like that. Eric Santos says he's excited and has a lot of energy for Biden. Good luck. Steph says the economy going to be shit and he's going to get 90 million votes. Right. Fucking Pecos Bill going to come out of nowhere and start voting for this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Dwayne this time says, how does Joe speak for himself versus people in his cabinet? Just tell him to say. That's a great question. Yeah, he's not running the show. Neither is Kamala Harris. She ain't running shit. Somebody else is. They said that your boy Barry O been making frequent visits to the White House. We don't know what kind of say he still got. You know what I mean? We don't know what kind of say Hillary still got. You know, it's all for show, right? They're not showing their hand. They playing shady poker right now. You know what I mean? They're not going to let. That's what I'm saying. They said they're not going to have any debates. Allegedly, it's not going to be any debates. I would have paid money too. They could have put that shit on pay-per-view. Shit. I would love to see RFK debate Joe Biden. Holy smokes, boy. That'd be one hell of a live. That makes good television right there. No, I know you playing, Eric. I know you playing. But Steph says Kofi on type Biden going to get reelected and croak within 6 months, bringing in Kamala. Bro. She is transactional. She just as transactional as Joe Nicholslick is. She about as smart as a bag of rocks. We all know she used to suck cock just to get to the top. Of course, Biden still hates NASA's. He's doing everything in his power to get rid of the guns and give you put down the guns and pick up a crack pipe. That's going to be his slogan. That's going to be his campaign slogan. Hey, put down the guns. Pick up a crack pipe. It's legal. Go get you some new needles. All right. Shit is fucking ridiculous, bro. Shit is crazy. What else is in the news? Oh, here's something interesting. So, who is it? Is it the Redacted on YouTube? I think it is. Shout out to them. It's a YouTube channel called Redacted. And maybe Kofi on tight, but I don't know if they controlled opposition or what, because some of the shit they be talking about, I would have got yanked down for. A lot of us would have got yanked down for, but somehow they shit still stay up. But they be putting out some shit. So allegedly the guy got some sources saying that Russia dropped their equivalent of a fucking Moab and hit some bunker 400 feet underground and took out a bunch of NATO officials. Anybody hear about that shit? They said took out over 300 people. 200 of them roughly were like NATO officials or some shit like that. And they word one in the news about it, because if they did that, then the world would be calling for war. And we know that's not what they really wanted. You know what I mean? Let me see. He wants to say the N-word every time he sees Kamala. You think somebody from the community went on Redacted? I don't know. I listen to them from time to time. They have some good takes. Eric says a lot of shit on YouTube popping up that's sketchy. I've noticed that too. And I'm like, yo, some of the shit they be talking, yo, I'd have got God for it. Shout out to HJ too, by the way. He went on the Ray Epps grift last night or yesterday. And I'm like, damn, that nigga ain't get got. I was like, because they would have got my dumb ass. That's why I always had to take this shit for a Rumble exclusive. But like they just were trying to get him on some copyright bullshit, which is ridiculous. 60 Minutes is a fucking news outlet. And you can't fucking play a segment from the news outlet from 60 Minutes. Don't make no sense. That's his name. Thanks, yo. Mary Presley says Gonzalo Lira was talking about it. That's right. So, what was he on? Like, he was on, I forgot the name of the news network Gonzalo Lira was on. He was talking about it, and they was like trying to rush him off, kind of, sort of. Now, I don't know if they was running out of time on the show, or they was like, all right, this nigga getting too real, and we can't talk about that shit. Somebody was in that dude's ear, like Don Lemon ear, like abort. They ready to go straight to commercial after he said that shit. But it's interesting that, if that's the case, Why hasn't anybody talked about it? Right? Because what we've been hearing is what? Ukraine is winning, Russia's losing, right? Russia's on the ropes, they don't got weapons, and blah, 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 blah. However, news like that getting out that Russia took out a shit ton of NATO top ranking officials and hit some bunker 400 meters under the ground um, is fucking crazy. You would think that that would be big news and the world would be like, oh hell no. It's time to go to war, right? But that's not the case. It makes you wonder why. It makes you wonder what's the real motive and agenda behind the Ukraine and this Russia war. But Hotep's been told you. We've been told you what it is. It's all bread and circuses, guys. That's all it is. It's a money laundering scheme. You know what I mean? That's all it is. That's all it is. Just telling you. You put Redacted up there with Kim Iverson? I can see that. I can see that, dog. I can see that. Gonzalez said both sides are quiet because it escalates the war dramatically. Yes, it would definitely escalate the war dramatically. It would actually force other countries to come to blows with Russia and and China, all of them. It'd be a legit world war, like fighting. If that shit came out, you know what I mean? So they're gonna keep that shit quiet. Jay Powell said that China Russia side is strong. Boy, listen, I be worried about that Red Dawn scenario all the time. I be worried about that Red Dawn scenario, y'all. I don't want to be driving down the street or eating some ice cream with my kids and I see some niggas parachuting out the fucking sky. I'm gonna have to go get the big gun. If I'm going down fighting. Matter of fact, I need to re up on my 308. I need to hurry up with this fucking 300 blackout too. I be worried about a Red Dawn scenario, y'all. It is. Trust and believe. If you start getting some rumblings, some inklings that this shit gonna get real spicy, real fast, I'm gonna have to keep something in the car, bro. I'm gonna have to keep something in the car. I'm gonna have to put the war belt back in the trunk. I'm gonna have to put the plate carrier in the trunk and the war belt back in the trunk. With my most reliable firearms. You know what I mean? Shit. Over half the world's population lives out east. That is true. They got half of Latin America, Russia, Turkey, India, parts of the Arab world, Kim's Korea. They love the numbers on our head, bro. I'm just saying. Steph says over half of the world's population lives out east. Sauce says I gotta build my 308. Yeah, bro, you gotta get you a 308. Like, but see, I was like, at one point I made my 308 my I ain't gonna say I made it my battle rifle, but I made it so it could function both long distance and close quarter. Right. At one point I had the long distance scope on it, and then I could cant it sideways and then go with the reflex sight. But I took the reflex sight off. I kept the long distance scope on because I'm going to build my 300 blackout. The 300 blackout will be fucking perfect for that. But I was looking at the 308 as being a perfect long distance / CQB type gun. But with a 300 blackout with a 7.5-inch barrel, right? Getting the ballistics of an AK, I'm cool with that. And being able to reach out and touch a little further than an AK, I'm cool with that too. You know what I mean? But my little 8.5-inch 5.56, and a lot of people don't like the 8.5-inch barrel on the 5.56. I'm cool with it. It runs, it functions. I ain't got no issues. I never had no issues. I got thousands of rounds through that rifle. The barrel's great. I could run with that. But something gonna be in this fucking trunk if I start hearing about, some inklings that some shit might happen on the mainland. You know what I mean? I ain't looking for a fight, but I ain't fucking I'm not losing either. I see nothing about Russia using vacuum weapons over Ukraine. I forgot what they called it, but yeah, that's the thing. No, you're not going to see it. Nobody's reporting on it. Now, like I said, I think it was the last video they put out, Eric. If you go to YouTube channel, it's called Redacted. You can listen to what they say. That's why I said it's alleged. Um, you know, a lot of stuff that I listen to when I look at their channel, they be dead on with it. You know what I mean? Guy said he got sources that's reporting the same thing that Gonzalo Lira was reporting on. It's just that you're not going to hear it on a Fox News or MSNBC or CNN because they can't. They can't talk about it. It's really interesting. What's up, YV? YV in the building. You know what I mean? Oh, you said you see something over there. I thought you said you didn't see. No, not that. No, not the one from last year. Apparently, he did it again. It was somewhere. It was, matter of fact, it was the same. It was the same missile, but they did it again. It was like they're. I forgot what they called that shit. It's the equivalent to our Moab, eventually, essentially. Kay says, I'm talking to my son. I'm taking my son out to the range. He changed his mind due to the Hotep Nation. That's what I'm talking about, Kay. Get out there, have some fun, let him sling some lead down range, see how fucking fun it is. Ohana says, hey, please consider looking into the smart water meter project in Toledo, Ohio. If you don't have a smart meter installed, they'll shut your water off. I heard something about that. Because at the end of the smart water meter and the electric meter too, that goes on the side of the house, they doing the same shit. I'm gonna look into that. Hey Jay, if you're still listening, yo, put that down for tonight. Let's talk. I'm gonna look into the smart water meter and let's talk about that, yo. Jay says, I was looking at the Chicago murder stats. They trying to cleanse. They trying to cleanse the net of numbers. It was listed at 798 last year. That's fucking crazy. If Russia did hit the bunker NATO has to hold that for what they did to Nord Stream. Yeah, that plus them niggas ain't supposed to have boots on the ground in a non-NATO country either. The Ukraine ain't a NATO country. What are they doing over there? Right? Also, don't forget about that shit that got leaked on Discord, right? Because what they doing, they trying to demonize the leaker and not what actually came out in the leaks, right? You know, they calling them everything but a liar, right? They discredit, but so like they allegedly we had over 100 special forces boots on the ground in Russia, and Lord knows how many in the Ukraine. But they not supposed to be there. They off the books and shit. And they got, and they can't put that shit out there because it goes against, I guess it goes against the Geneva Convention or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Well, he said boots on the ground, but not the underground or above. Bruh, boots on the ground is boots on the ground, boy. There was a story that Russia bombed their own city. That's interesting. See if you can find it and see if you can send it to me. Yeah. Excuse me, guys. Yeah, Baltimore murders was at 348 last year. Like I said, that's per capita. So we got 500,000 people. Maybe not even that many. I think that's too generous. I think we got like maybe a little over 300,000 people in Baltimore City because a lot of people moved. And 348 murders per capita, that's ridiculous for such a small city like Baltimore City. Baltimore City's not a big city. You know what I mean? Saul says that smart meter shit sounds like a smart thermostat shit they were doing in Colorado. Makes sense. They were doing that smart thermostat shit in Baltimore too. Matter of fact, they put a smart meter on the side of my house and I didn't fucking know. I raised tell about it, but they talking about it, you know, it's mandated and all this other bullshit. Meanwhile, they're advertising it as, you know, if you want it. You know what I mean? But I'm like, what the fuck is this? You know, they did that shit all over Baltimore City. And that smart thermostat shit. I never signed up for the smart thermostat though, because what they're gonna do is when the fucking grid is overwhelmed, they'll shut your shit off. You know what I mean? No, I didn't kiss my ass on that. Jay says OKC has 650K people and 63 murders. Jay living out there in the dream world, Jay. God damn it. Living out there in the dream world, Jay. Man. Anyway. We behind on the smart meters. I'm sure they had them on the Jaden Smith Karate Kid. Bro, shit getting crazy. And I want to know what else they're distracting from, right? All this news that's coming out. What is it that we don't know about? What do we not know about that's happening right now as we speak under our fucking, noses? Right? Because like Tucker Carlson and Don Lemon dominated news. You know what I mean? All this other bullshit dominating the news that not really newsworthy. And I know it can't be that much of a slow news week or month or whatever. I think they literally there's something literally happening that we don't know about. I'll be trying to keep my ear to the ground, but it'll be tough. Lisa D, what's going on, Lisa? Says almost time to get back to work for me. LOL. Have a good day. I hear that, Lisa. I'm about to jump off too. I got things to do. Anyway, guys, don't forget tonight, 9:30. Jay and Ken. Hey, Jay, are we going live on your channel tonight, or you want to go live on my channel and then we jump on your channel next week? Let me know. Fuck it. Let's do this, Jay. We go live tonight on my channel. Next week, we'll start going live on your channel. So tonight, 9:30 p.m., Jay and Cannon. Don't forget, guys. Tonight, 9:30, Jay and Cannon, come tune in. We're going to give y'all, news and politics, entertainment. We'll have fun with it like we always do. And come join us. We're going to be live on YouTube, live on Rumble. Cannon Hotep channel on Rumble. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Anyway, I got to get back to this rat race, guys. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Cannon Hotep saying, be blessed, stay strapped, and don't miss. Holla at you.